Good evening and welcome to MTV's news update for the 3rd of December 2021. I'm Ashley Scotland. Here are our lead stories. GRA says no drugs were detected in their scan of a rum shipment to the Netherlands. President Ali promises more than lip service to persons with disabilities. Significant reduction in active COVID-19 cases in Region 3. And in sport, GFF engages government on FIFA Football for Schools program. Now for the news in detail. The Guyana Revenue Authority says the discovered narcotics in the shipment of rum to the Netherlands were scanned in Guyana by the agency and no contraband or narcotics were detected. The GRA in a statement clarified that the consignment were shipped to the Netherlands and transited to another Caribbean territory where it was offloaded and remained for some time. The consignment was then loaded onto another vessel and transported to the country where the discovery was made. According to the GRA, rigid systems are in place to reduce the passing of narcotics, which allows more for simultaneous viewing of scanned images by officers. The Guyana Council of Persons with Disabilities is calling on the relevant stakeholders to create more opportunities for persons with disabilities. To this end, President Dr. Irfan Ali has assured that his administration will provide an inclusive and sustainable future for persons in this community.
The Guyana Council for Persons with Disabilities (GCOPD) is calling on the key stakeholders, including policymakers, to implement structural changes for persons with disabilities. The Council, in a statement to mark International Day for Persons with Disabilities, says key stakeholders need to stop providing lip service to the community. In an invited comment, GCOPD Program Coordinator Ganesh Singh reiterates that more action is necessary.
We have not seen much translation into concrete actions where there is structural changes to really enhance the lives of persons with disabilities in a sustainable way. Yes, we've seen a lot of progress since the new government took office. His Excellency would have led a team of ministers and himself. They would have initiated a lot of projects to benefit persons with disabilities, and that is highly commendable. But at the same time, we want to see more of the contents of the Disability Act implemented so that we can have that structural change that we want. So, the government changes, somebody else goes into a ministerial portfolio, some other member of the private sector takes over another company, whatever it is, we have the sustainable structural change. So it's not about an individual, but it'll be about the system changing to support persons with disabilities. We know that everyone knows what needs to be done. They acknowledge it, they've said it, but we want them to not just say it, but act upon it.
The Council is hoping that persons with disabilities can get more opportunities for equal employment in both the private and public sector, opportunity for a meaningful education, and access to public buildings without any barriers. Meanwhile, President Dr. Irfan Ali, in a message, assured the community that his government will work with them for an inclusive and sustainable future. The head of state says his government will seek sustainable solutions to the plight of the disabled, while noting that emphasis will be placed on empowering them economically and socially, enhancing their skills, supporting them with long-term social protection, and providing rehabilitative care where necessary. Reporting for MTV's News Update, Rihanna Griffith.
You're watching MTV's News Update. More news on the other side of the break. Stay with us.
Modern Optical Service has made it even better by introducing its budgeted spectacle line, starting as low as $10,000 for single vision lens and $12,000 for bifocal lens, available in tinted or clear, complete spectacles at affordable prices. So hurry down to our main office at 316 Middle Street or Lot 14 Diamond Public Road opposite Demerara Bank. Enjoy over 60 years of eye care experience at affordable prices. Modern Optical Service, your eye care professionals.
The light on your face, no mask will hide.
Feel the joy burn deep inside.
Let's have a great Christmas Light up your Christmas with Republic Bank and get a chance to win 825,000 in cash prizes. Plus, get a chance to give a family a Christmas hamper in your name. Log on to republicguyana.com for more details. Let's light up Christmas.
Republic Bank. We're the one for you. Are you building or renovating your home? Then come to Beeson for a wide range of aluminum and UPVC windows and doors. Get from single hung sash, awning, casement, sliding windows, plus sliding and swinging doors. All our products can be customized and fitted with insect screens and are sealed tight to withstand harsh weather conditions. At Beeson's, we also carry commercial, glass and French doors, showcases, aluminum louvers, curtain walls, aluminum rails, plus sliding and frameless shower doors. So look no further. Visit our showroom today at Lot 1228 Eccles Industrial Site or call 622-4197 or 623-4197. Beeson Windows and Doors, built with pride in Guyana by Guyanese.
This is MTV's News Update. Welcome back. There has been a significant reduction in the number of active cases in Region 3. This is according to Minister of Health, Dr. Frank Anthony. Currently, there are 1,177 active cases countrywide, and of this number, Region 3 has 207. However, the Health Minister also notes that there have been 41 new active cases in the past 24 hours, and so he is encouraging persons to take their COVID-19 vaccine. Meanwhile, 64 persons are in hospital currently, with 17 in the intensive care unit. Attorney General Anand says the former Minister of Finance's interrogation by Soku should not be viewed as politics, since it is being done in the best interest of the people. Here is more.
Minister of Legal Affairs and Attorney General Anil Nandlal, Senior Counsel, said the investigations into former government officials on massive land deals should not be viewed as politics. According to Minister Nandlal, the state is working to prosecute persons who are found to be guilty in the number of illegal transactions on state assets. Nandlal was at the time being interviewed on television program Let's Talk Politics, where he offered this comment on Suku interrogation of former Finance Minister Winston Jordan.
This is not a political matter. This is a grave matter of state. This is the public's interest that is being protected, preserved, and prosecuted.
Minister Nandlal also assured that the process is free of political interference.
But that is a responsibility of the state. The state will have to act when the state's assets are being under attack.
Luan Williams, for MTV's News Update.
Minister of Health, Dr. Frank Anthony, says concerns raised about the state of the New Amsterdam Hospital are being addressed. Here are the details.
Minister of Health Dr. Frank Anthony says work has begun to improve the state of the inside and external parts of the New Amsterdam Hospital. Dr. Anthony took time to address recent concerns about the hospital after delivering Friday's COVID-19 daily update. He says currently maids are assigned to clean the hospital at least 3 times per shift.
We also have in the compound itself, there were complaints that the grass was overgrown and things like that. So we have been cutting the grass on a regular basis. We've had a cleanup within the compound, making sure that the drains and so are properly cleaned. And right now they're doing some work in terms of cleaning the outer wall of the hospital, and that is power washing the hospital on the outside. After they finish that form of cleaning, they'll be doing some repainting.
According to the health minister, another one of the major problems that plagues the hospital is blocked up sewage system, which is also being fixed.
We have just completed an estimate for what it would cost to do some rehabilitation work, and we are right now in the process of getting a contractor who will be able to fix those problems.
In recent weeks, several concerns about the state of the hospital was brought to light after videos were circulated on social media. Reporter for MTV's News Update, Rihanna Griffiths.
More news on the other side of the break. Stay with us.
Are you running around looking for construction materials? Well, run down to Lens for affordable, high-quality building supplies. We have the widest range of grade A floor and wall tiles in any shape, size, and designs. And all types of ceramics, porcelain glazed, and full-body porcelain. We stock the largest collection of large format tiles. Check out our porcelain slabs as big as 10 feet by 4.5 feet. Add a bit of elegance with our large range of decorative molding. Our line of PPG paints will give you vibrant colors that won't fade. With our wall and ceiling gypsum system, it's light, durable, and fast. So come down to Lens at 136 Cherry Street, which is next to Buddy's and Pizza Hut, for that 31 years of Lens quality.
You can be a millionaire by only spending $100 on a Daily Million ticket. Simply pick any 5 numbers from 1 to 26, or you can buy a quick pick for your chance to win the Daily Millions. Purchase your tickets daily, Monday through Saturday, to get a chance to win $1 million every day. So, feeling lucky? Then buy a Daily Millions ticket today. Remember, a ticket today could make you rich today.
You're tuned to MTV's News Update. The Ministry of Tourism, Industry and Commerce is inviting expressions of interest for the development of eco-lodges and resorts in the various administrative regions. During a town hall meeting on Wednesday evening, the minister noted that the initiative is geared at providing a wider range of facilities across the country for guests. Here are the details.
Local business persons and residents in rural communities are being encouraged to submit expressions of interest for the development of eco-lodges and resorts across the country. According to the EOI put out by the Ministry of Tourism, it was noted that fiscal incentives will be offered for the projects in the various regions as the country promotes its tourism product. Subject Minister Onich Walron noted that there is need for facilities catering to different tastes and experiences.
We're trying to cater to every budget, every taste, the persons who are traveling, and the idea is to have a more luxury experience, and mid-price experience. We have the rustic experience, there's a demand for that, and so this experience is to more have it into international standard.
The objectives of the project include the generation of employment, creation of business opportunities, and the expansion of the country's accommodations. Minister Walron encouraged persons to take up the opportunity to provide these much-needed products and services.
I would encourage, if you the domestic tourism, this is a person who wants to get involved in investing, they can easily approach the ministry. A letter indicating their interest to the ministry, and that we can take it from there.
The request for proposal can be downloaded from the Ministry of Tourism, Industry and Commerce website, while the deadline for submission is January 30, 2022. Luan Williams, from MTV's News Update.
Several domestic violence interview and virtual hearing rooms were today commissioned at courts in Berbice. More from Rihanna Griffin.
The first domestic violence and virtual hearing court was on Friday commissioned at the Well-Dad Magistrate Court in Region 5. The domestic violence and virtual hearing room was launched to ensure that victims of domestic violence are safe and protected. During her remarks at the commissioning ceremony, Chancellor of the Judiciary Acting Justice Yoret Cummins Edwards says, reports have found that cases of domestic violence are often unreported because of safety concerns.
Domestic violence is one of the most unreported crimes worldwide. Some women come forward and they report, some men come forward, very few as a matter of fact. And we find that when they come forward, the experience that they relate is that engaging with the police or with the court is an experience that sometimes as if they're going through the offense, the original offense, all over again.
Several areas, including Blairmont, Wim, Reliance, and New Amsterdam, will also have domestic violence and virtual hearing rooms. Minister of Human Services and Social Security Dr. Vindhya Prasad earlier this week revealed that 55% of Guyanese women are exposed to some form of domestic violence. Reported for MTV's News Update, Rihanna Griffith.
We now take a look at tips for healthy living, brought to you with the kind compliments of Natura's high and low milk powder, distributed by Davies Variety.
What does Natura High and Low Milk Powder have? It is fortified with the extra goodness of vitamins A, C, D, E, and K. It is high in calcium, protein, and enriched with folic acid, all of which help to strengthen your immune system. What it doesn't have is fat and cholesterol. Natura High and Low. Healthy can taste good. Available at all leading supermarkets and groceries nationwide. Natura High and Low Milk Powder is not for infants 1 year and under.
Influenza is a contagious respiratory illness which causes mild to severe illness. It can sometimes result in hospitalization or death. It is also called flu or gripe. Influenza affects the upper or lower respiratory tract. Influenza is marked by fever, chills, and a generalized feeling of weakness and pain in the muscles, together with varying degrees of soreness in the head and abdomen. People at higher risk of flu complications include young children, adults 65 years of age and older, pregnant people, and people with certain medical conditions such as asthma, diabetes, and heart disease. Pneumonia is a form of severe flu complications. Influenza is caused by any of several closely related viruses in the family Orthomycoviridae, a group of RNA viruses. This is according to the Center for Diseases Control and Prevention. It can be classified as type A, B, C, and D. Influenza A viruses have numerous subtypes. This group is known to have caused the pandemic in 2009. Influenza B viruses are not classified into subtypes but can be further broken down into lineages. Influenza C viruses are detected less frequently and usually cause mild infections. Influenza D viruses primarily affect cattle and are not known to infect or cause illnesses in people. The best way to prevent flu is by getting vaccinated. Some people, such as older people, young children, and people with certain health conditions, are at high risk of serious flu complications. If you catch a flu, antiviral drugs may be a treatment option. When used for treatment, antiviral drugs can lessen symptoms and shorten the time you are sick by 1 or 2 days. For people at higher risk of serious flu complications, treatment with antiviral drugs can mean the difference between milder or more serious illness, possibly resulting in a hospital stay.
What does Natura High and Low Milk Powder have? It is fortified with the extra goodness of vitamins A, C, D, E, and K. It is high in calcium, protein, and enriched with folic acid, all of which help to strengthen your immune system. What it doesn't have is fat and cholesterol. Natura High and Low. Healthy can taste good. Available at all leading supermarkets and groceries nationwide. Natura High and Low Milk Powder is not for infants 1 year and under.
The ISG and MTV's Sport Update is next. Stay tuned.
It happens. Your septic tank is full. All the waste from your toilet goes into your septic tank through the sewage line. When your tank is full, the two most common indicators are an overflowing tank and an overflowing toilet. It is recommended that Sevon's Waste Management empty your septic tank every 2 to 3 years to avoid any embarrassment. And before you can say, shh, it's gone. Call Sevon's Waste Management today at 218-1455 or 218-1156.
It's time to stock up and save big in a massive pre-Christmas sale on Softex tissues. Buy a bale of 24 rolls for only $1,000. That's right, 24 rolls for just $1,000. This deal is only available direct from our factories at Softex Manufacturing, Lot 1228 Eccles Industrial Site. Remember the deal, one bale, 24 rolls, $1,000. So hurry and save big before the holidays. For more information, call 622-4197 or 623-4197.
Fibertech materials are used in a multitude of ways, from repairing and fabrication of auto body, fishing, and household items. We have available various fiberglass mattings, resin, mold releases, brushes, and rollers for all of your repair needs. We offer technical advice and free training to ensure you get the job done. For further information, call us at 220-6907 or 220-9192.
Welcome to Industrial Supply of Guyana, Inc., Guyana's sole distributor of NP and Ultra lubricants, SKF bearings, seal and belts, international trucks and parts, and Napa batteries. With a bond capacity of 30,000 square foot, we offer superior brands at affordable prices and the best after-sales service. ISG supplies sustainable integrated solutions to make your business a growing success. Visit us at our new main office at Lot 4Q Peters Hall. ISG, the best opportunity to make the right choice.
The Guyana Football Federation (GFF) has met with the government to kick off the national approved process necessary to accept an offer to become the first CARICOM nation to benefit from the FIFA Football for Schools program. The program, which will see FIFA provide financial, technical, and logistical support to establish sustainable football initiatives and competitions in primary and secondary schools. It requires a memorandum of understanding between the Government of Guyana and the GFF, the creation of a national steering committee, and an agreed list of participating schools. GFF President Wayne Ford is hoping to launch this locally in September 2022. FIFA Football for Schools, in collaboration with UNESCO, aims to contribute to the education, development, and empowerment of around 700 million children. It seeks to make football more accessible to both boys and girls by incorporating football activities into the education system. Today in rugby, Trophy Stall is partnering with the Guyana Rugby Football Union (GRFU) to host the GRFU Trophy Stall Sevens tournament on Saturday, December 4, 2021. This one-day tournament will begin at 12 noon. 4 men's rugby teams will be competing in the 7-a-side event. Manager George David noted that this is an excellent opportunity for the players to showcase their talent, and they are eager to see even more competition next year.
It serves as a good guide in seeing what we have. In other words, the talent that is there, and to know how much more work we have to put in. Our management and staff who's responsible for this preparation for the RAN tournament have been working assiduously towards this effect.
Notably, the men's team will be competing in the Super Sevens tournament in Mexico in February 2022. While the women's rugby teams will not be competing in the official tournament, they will be playing exhibition matches on Saturday. The women's team will also compete in a Super Sevens event next year. Ramesh Sunich, the owner of Trophy Stall, urged other businesses to support local sport.
I would also like to ask my fellow business people, I would like to tell them that through the media and donation of trophies and other things towards sports is the way we got up. And I would just like to say to them, they can also come on board of these different organizations.
In cricket news, the West Indies suffered a 2-0 series sweep earlier today when two Sri Lanka spinners took 5 wickets each to propel them to a 164-run win in the second test. This is according to Loop Caribbean News. Chasing 297 to win, the West Indies reached 65 for 2 in the second innings at lunch on the fifth day, but were bowled out for 132 in the third session. They lost their last 8 wickets for 40 runs. West Indies captain Craig Brathwaite noted some positives for the team emerging from the series despite the loss.
Well, it was good to see obviously Permaul coming back in, after a couple of years and getting, his first 5-wicket haul. And that was quite good. I thought all the bowlers, the spinners really putting a big effort. Roston, getting a 5er, Warkamp getting a 4er. The fast bowlers putting in the effort, obviously on spinning friendly, conditions. All the bowlers putting a good effort, and we saw some good batting from Bonner and Joshua. And those are positives we could take out. And just to, as batsmen, as I said, is to do it for longer periods.
Guyanese left-arm spinner Veerasamy Permaul had the best bowling figures of 3 for 106, while off-spinner Roston Chase took 2 wickets. Bonner top scored for the West Indies with 44. Sri Lanka won the first test at the same venue by 187 runs. In the test cycle, West Indies will be facing England early next year.
Well, we have some first-class games potentially in February, which is good. Guys will get 3-4 day games to spend time in the middle, and really and truly all boils down to having the discipline and doing it for long periods. I don't think it would change in terms of spinning friendly conditions or in the Caribbean or wherever you may play, but I think it's to have that discipline throughout, for longer periods. I think that's what we need. We're showing it, we're showing we could do it, but we're just not doing it for long enough.
And finally, this weekend is Formula One's penultimate race of the championship title race. The Saudi Arabian Grand Prix will see Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen go head-to-head once again this Sunday. This is according to BBC Sport. Hamilton heads into the final 2 races of the season 8 points behind title rival Verstappen of Red Bull. However, Verstappen can clinch the title this weekend over the Mercedes driver if results go his way. Hamilton has won the last 2 races in Brazil and Qatar to reduce what was a 19-point lead for Verstappen after the Dutchman won last month's Mexican Grand Prix. Hamilton's Mercedes team have said they believe the 36-year-old has found a new level since then, which helped him produce one of his defining moments at the Brazilian Grand Prix, where he won after starting the sprint qualifying session from the back of the grid. Verstappen said that whether he wins or loses, Red Bull will have had a good season to reduce the large performance advantage Mercedes had last year. Human rights activists have criticized F1 for their decision to host what will be the inaugural Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Hamilton has also spoken out and notes that he would again be wearing the helmet he wore at the last race in Qatar, which is painted with the Progress Pride flag in support of LGBTQ+ rights. He described the situation for the LGBTQ+ people in Saudi Arabia, where homosexuality is prohibited and punishable by flogging and imprisonment, as pretty terrifying, and added that there is a lot of change that needs to happen. For MTV Sports Update, Jessica Callender.
That brings us to the end of Sport Update, which was brought to you with the kind compliments of ISG. Or after the break.
Get the right seal right now from Industrial Supply of Guyana, Inc., your immediate SKF sealing solutions. The SKF Seal Jet Machine is capable of building seals from 5mm to 600mm in diameter in under 5 minutes. With technical support readily available, you can get a customized seal to suit virtually any industrial application, like buffer, rod, wiper, and piston seals. SKF Seal Jet Machine, now at Industrial Supply of Guyana, Inc.
And that brings down the curtain in tonight's newscast. But before we go, here is a reminder of our top stories. GRA says no drugs were detected in their scan of rum shipment to the Netherlands. President Ali promises more than lip service to persons with disabilities. Significant reduction in active COVID-19 cases in Region 3. And in sport, GFF engages government on FIFA Football for Schools program. Catch our rebroadcast tomorrow at 6 hours 30. Don't forget to like our Facebook page where the news can be viewed live at 19 hours 30. On behalf of our news and technical teams, Ashley Scotland saying stay safe and goodbye for now.